Hello everyone, my name is David, but you can call me Rev, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the last episode, so much story, but Medion had discovered that the meaning of life is just to suffer as long as you're alive, and plans to extinguish all life, and Hermes is going to let her do it because humans or ancients, what have you, are just imperfect beings. They can't find the beauty of life. This time, we have to fight Medion in our time, and Venat will fight her in this time with tracking device. Time of the stage is coming to an end. Upon speaking to Venat, several questings will play in sequence. It's recommended that you have sufficient time. And now we have sufficient time since I am back from the appointment. I took a nap, so now I'm not going to be sleepy, so I'm ready.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home.
I really liked you, Venat. I actually really liked this entire section. Yeah, this is where we part ways, huh?
May you and yours emerge triumphant. Make use of the knowledge you have gained, that your days in Elpis and our friend's sacrifice be not in vain.
Oh yeah, Hythlodeus and MSL don't remember us at all.
To pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us. We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. I must carefully consider who can be trusted and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. And were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe.
Yeah.
Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in the crises to come.
So you have to just operate quite literally almost on your own.
Which is why I must work independently of the convocation. Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteion at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead.
I just got Danganronpa energy. Just from that, we must find a way to defeat despair.
Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friend's memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end.
Of course.
As you move forward, so too will I. As will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise. Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
All right, it's time to head back. We have a lot to do. Because how are you even going to go after... I bit myself. How are you going to go after Medion?
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Fandaniel.
All right, so that's when Hermes became Fandaniel. You just have to trust Fanat, right? That many eons ago.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees. Where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end.
Dang, you just sat there and just watched? Poor thing.
That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiac. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days.
I see.
Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
Feels remembering these like
This is
bits
all
and
wrong.
scenery for the
Why must we suffer so?
from the dungeon.
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion.
To live is to
Let us not
suffer.
seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it. We won't accept it. It will be ours again. A world free of sorrow.
Are you sure?
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
Is this how Hyladin's created then?
O mighty Zodiac! God, born of our boundless faith, we bid you, hear our prayer. Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
Oh no.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential, in his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk.
That is a lot of light. I hope the encoder can handle that.
All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering to mire and plague.
Oh my god.
In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die?
I still think it's so that way they can live every day to the fullest.
As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting.
That's actually a very well done parallel. Find the strength to keep going.
A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
I didn't realize that that's exact. Jeez. Okay. Guess it's time to head back to the source, right? Yep. All right. Well, the game tells me that I need to head back to the Baldestian Annex, right? So I'll meet you guys there. Honestly, I felt like I have not gotten to talk like these past 2 episodes like at all, really. There's just been a lot of story and everything, and don't get me wrong, like I'm reacting, but you know, it's just a lot of information, and for anyone that's just gonna take some time to process, you know. Vinder, impeccable timing as always. I heard you were often the first as part of our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, as so often seems to be the case, while you were away, we've had some few developments, which we can discuss in a moment. For now, however, I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to have you back. So, have you learned a lot more of the final days? I've learned so much. Then the journey was well worth the risk. No doubt your newfound knowledge will soon be a great boon to us all. Unfortunately, during your time on the First, events have taken a turn for the worse. The Scions are running themselves ragged trying to contain the speed of the blasphemies, but it's a losing battle. To try and ascertain the where and the why of it, Alize and Alphino have been traveling all over. Of all regions they've visited, Locus Ominosus is one of the worst affected. Thancred, Cecil, and Graha took a detachment of allied soldiers there to offer aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast. They only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating still, but a drop in the bucket at best. In the meantime, Y'shtola and Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Highland in the Imperial Sea, but no avail. As for Tataru and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the Forum. From what we gathered, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon, an ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades in the making. However, since we've seen no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. You will also recall the proposal issued by Master Fortunel to the people of Bazatan. Following their discussion, Vitra declared his support for the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the Forum's invitation. So far, so good, but that's where things get a little strange. Apparently, the Forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Temple of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure safe passage for the Hunnish refugee to the tower, Alphino, Alize, Istini, and Graha traveled to Garlemald not long ago. Trouble is, the capital was hardly the safest place to begin with, and now the final days have come to Garlemald. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to rendezvous with Master Fortunel. Then, panic broke out and our communications were severed. From what fragments we were able to make out before the link show went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon has spread to the capital. The others need you. Please, you must help them. Having you there will make all the difference, I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Glass was their first port of call, so you best start there. Hopefully Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll be walking into, so you best take every possible precaution. And one of those precautions will include ending the episode here, everybody. I know that it's just been cutscene and movie central for the past 2 episodes, but I'd rather play it safe and not go too over time for the sake of my hard drive and all. So, thank you guys also very much for watching today's episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, and the next one will be heading to Camp Broken Glass. So, thank you guys all so very much for watching. My socials are in the description. If you guys haven't already, you can follow me there, maybe join my Discord. But that's all from me, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.
And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting.